Okay, so we got a round of Sucky tattoos today. I think I did a Sucky tattoos episode like 4 years ago.
Sucky tattoos. I like that as a title.
Well, I find this is like low-hanging fruit. So like usually it's the case that like when I do viewer tattoo reviews, like it's people like exposing themselves. They're putting themselves out there, and it's like, oh, well, you're worried about hurting this person's feelings. Oh, that whole thing. With this, it's just like this shit is done almost purposely for the joke sometimes. And when it's not, it's so bad that everyone can agree it's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have this head tattoo, and this guy here has, I think, several of these funny like tattoos. I think I've seen this guy before. I think this is not the first foray into madness for him.
This is a funny one though.
It's funny because it's like internet celebrity and incel. They typically don't really go hand in hand.
No,
though,
necessarily not.
right? Like
internet celebrities are. I think everything an incel is not.
Not
more or less.
Not necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but like they're not the same.
Yeah.
Like if you're internet famous, theoretically you could find a partner, right? But like an incel, you're out of luck, right? But
or they think they're out of luck.
Pretty close, unless you make some massive life changes.
Right.
It's not gonna. But like I do like the play on words here, like the two words making the one, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I think it's fun. And I think like the script looks like it was done really clean, which like makes it all the better because this was obviously a competent artist.
Yeah, it's a nice tattoo for
Yeah.
what it is. It's just like a perfect summation of our times. And that's part of why I don't get these. Like, I don't want anything of a time, right?
That's why I don't get portraits.
Yeah, I maybe get there, but what I don't like is like things that won't make sense in like a few years, right? Like it's like not okay. It's okay if you get a portrait that not everyone recognizes because it's like as long as the portrait's good, it still looks good, right?
Yeah.
But this joke will only make sense for a brief period of time because, like, especially now, like. How many fucking new phrases? Remember when I was explaining to you what drip means?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I've never been good at these little cultural weirdnesses. So, someone said drip the other day, and I was like, what is that?
Well, what's hilarious to me is, like, whenever you have one of these new quotes come out, some guy will emerge from the shadows and tell you about how it's been a saying all along. And he'll give you the history. It's like, no, it's not. Because it's not a thing until it's embraced by
Ivan's age group.
Well, I mean, they make it happen, but, like, it's not really a thing until it hits the mainstream. I don't care if two guys were saying it at a pub at 2 a.m. Like, it comes out of nowhere, and it's gone just as fast.
Right. Like I always remember the word epic. Everybody called everything epic for
right
a while.
Now, the big thing, people are trying to find ways to say, that guy got cooked. Like, getting cooked means he got obliterated or, like, owned. Or like, it used to be owned. Remember? I was like, you got it. Now it's
but
cooked.
it was PWN.
Or, like, yeah. Or, like, people will say, let them cook. Like let the story play. Like, people are using that.
Yeah, let them fry or whatever,
all the fucking time right now, and it'll be gone in, like, 2 weeks.
So funny. It just, I don't know. I feel like there's memes about this. But anyways.
Verbiage like that's always been a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, it's never ramped up and gone faster than it has now. Like,
I think so.
People all get into it. They all say it for a while, and then it's thrown away into a bin and then on to the next thing.
The internet, right?
It's very hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
And that's why I would never get anything like this. Like, because neither of these things, it'll be like internet celebrity, that'll just be 2 words. Incel, that'll just be a word eventually. Like, it won't be the joke that this guy thinks
Unless
it is.
they take over.
But... So this is fucking great. This is look at the sizing on.
You poor guy.
This is much more humorous to me than the last one. Yeah, this is like I want to pet this guy.
Oh, he's so
right?
bad. There was a while My TikTok is so random. There's a while where my TikTok was just feeding me. There was like a particular artist that was doing these like these bad tattoos. There was like Jesuses and stuff, and it would be like one of those foamy reveals, and they'd like.
Oh, that's. Sometimes I think they're doing those on purpose.
Well, but I think that's the idea, right? Is that it was a bad tattoo on purpose? That's what I feel about this.
I don't think this was done this way on purpose. I think someone thought this was a nice wolf. Like, there are times when it's not on purpose.
I just don't get it.
Look at that shading. Could you replicate that? Like, could you create that?
No.
No good artist could.
But this
like, no one even knows how this happened.
This is what kills me about these, though. Okay, so tattoo artists, and I am like privy to this these days because I tattoo now. But tattoo artists, we use a fucking stencil.
Yeah, this was stenciled.
And very often, we're not drawing this guy from scrap. We are tracing over it off of a fucking reference image.
I love the negative space around the eyes.
It's so rare that people are like drawing their own thing, and this person had the confidence and the tenacity to draw their own wolf. It's just like mind-boggling to me. Like, anybody could be a decent tattoo artist as long as they know how to trace.
This is that thing where it's like, my son drew this, only it's not his son, and it's actually his tattooer.
Yeah, but we also recently saw how hard it is to replicate a child's drawing.
That's you're working off of something intentionally.
Right?
You're intentionally trying to do a good tattoo of a bad thing.
Oh, I know. I've done a lot of signatures and script.
This is neither of those. This is bad tattooing and a bad design.
It is. As I said, it boggles my mind that it is possible for anybody to be this bad.
Oh, I mean,
just because the way that tattooing works.
I think there's worse. So we have this eagle here.
I just don't know how these people get into tattooing if they can't even draw.
Looks like it's a cover-up of something, right? There's another bird hiding in there.
Like, I could draw a nicer bird than this.
I think there's a bird in there. Is that a bird? Yeah, is it a bird? It looks like there's a bird in there.
Yeah.
You see his little claws under the feathers?
Yeah.
So, like, they covered
a good eagle with a bad eagle? That kind of looks like a parrot?
I don't know if it was a good eagle. They covered a bird with another bird. And it looks like in places they had some moments of genius. Like, look at the feathers. They line up with the feathers of the new eagle. That's actually pretty clever.
It is clever.
Because, like, props to them. It's hard to see what's in there.
Yeah.
Like, you can see something's in there. That doesn't mean this is good.
No.
But, like, they kind of hid the old tattoo.
I guess it was smart. What did we say the other day? They were using their skill set, or
well, they used something. I don't know if I would call it a skill set.
All right.
Some of this is
working with what they have.
Some of this is technically in there. I mean, look at the bottom of the eagle, though. Holy fuck, is that a hell of a tail feather?
Sometimes I wonder if these are like apprentices, and then I feel a little bit bad.
No. This is the guy down the road that's been doing it for 20 years and has a 4.9 out of 5 on Google.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Because most people don't know what a good tattoo is.
Yeah.
They just go, oh, wow, he tattooed my dad, and he's been doing it for 24 years. I trust him with my life. That's who did this. Because you don't go, typically when you're looking for a cover-up, you don't go to the apprentice to book an appointment. You know what I mean? Like, you go to someone you trust, right? So this is a trusted artist in the area that's been doing it a while. That's him. Like, he's got a flash book that's got tattoos from, like, 1997 in there, and people are like, wow, can you believe you got color in that? You know what I mean? There are people like that.
It's crazy.
And the funny thing is these aren't that much cheaper than the good version. Like, the rates are all similar. There's no tattooer that's doing this at a loss, right? Like, when you understand what it costs to do a tattoo, you think his hourly is less than yours? I guarantee you it isn't, which is insane. Like, there's this idea that people think that bad tattoos will necessarily be cheaper than good tattoos. That's not the case. A lot of times people just like terrible tattoos.
They do, yeah. And these, like, it seems quite often these bad artists think they're worth more money than they are. But I think it's because people will pay for it.
Dumb
right?
people will praise anything you do on them. Dumb people will tell you, because it's on them, that it's the best tattoo ever.
Right.
And if you listen to those people, you'll end up doing these. Right? But the flip side of that is, this person was probably pretty happy with this.
I mean, I hope so.
And like, if they do color, the problem is gone in their eyes, right?
Yeah.
If they colored this thing in at any point, then it's a 10 out of 10 tattoo.
Just imagine they can saturate color like nobody's business.
Yeah. So,
I can't tell what it is, this next one.
yeah, I don't know what that is either.
It's a big blur.
Some kind of stain, I would say, by the looks of things.
Is it like one of those like diamond nature with the trees and the water and like kind of, you know what I mean? Like the mountains with the trees, the pine trees. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Maybe.
I think you're reaching.
I don't know. What does it say?
I really applaud your efforts to make this make sense.
I don't know.
Like, I'm at a loss because
It
I
looks-
don't see anything.
It looks like an abstract painting, like Starry Night, but like,
I
you know,
see
Starry Night was done well.
Some hair-like texture at the top.
Yeah.
A lamp, maybe?
No. See, the hair-like texture is the Northern Lights.
A melting candle?
The black things are trees.
You know, they could have at least tried to clean the fucking person up before they took this photo.
I know, this is so bad.
If they could do nothing else, they could have got rid of some of this black smear
know.
that's obscuring
You
the
should-
fucking
You
thing
should
before
see
they
me
took the
sometimes.
photo.
I'm like rubbing, like with my little paper towel, trying to get like black or like Sharpie off
You
people, and
you're-
they're like, "What are they doing?"
Sometimes you can spend too long. You got to go like quick,
I know.
get it up. Because like if you get that paper towel in the dry open wound, right? Like it'll grab onto some of the shreds.
Yeah.
It's the worst when if you ever tattoo a head, you're gonna have a
Freaking mess.
You're gonna learn a lesson on that one because
Oh,
like
yeah.
even if you shave it real close, it's like Velcro.
Oh, I know. I've touched heads.
So it just grabs and you get that
Like I
paper
can't even
towel
imagine.
done.
That is actually the one random spot I haven't had to do yet.
Once it gets in there, it's like impossible to get rid of.
I've done a lot of random spots.
So like when you do this, you kind of have to like before the paper towel gets like stuck in there, you get quick.
You got any space on your head?
Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no many times over.
Oh, you don't want me to tattoo your head?
Maybe one day. I don't know what I've got left.
I
I don't
put
know
him
what
on the
I've got
spot.
left for space.
I put him on the spot.
realistically. There's
Anyways.
some negative 4 layers of red over black over old tattoos that's up for grabs.
Let's talk about the dog with the beard.
Yeah, this is insane placement.
He's so
When you
funny.
accidentally create a master, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't
call this a masterpiece. It looks like a little dog.
What they should have done is done like a lip shape in tattoo around the nipple, and they don't need to darken the nipple because Buddy's nipple is fairly dark.
Or like at least like bring a nose shape in there, and then I don't know.
I'm wondering if this was this is the whole tattoo, if there's more to come, if you just tapped
no,
out.
There's kind of this trend that I've been seeing
Oh, good.
to get your girlfriend or
trends.
your wife's eyes. And that's what I think this is. I think this is getting the wife or the girlfriend's eyes tattooed.
I think that trend is also known as future blackout cover-ups.
Well, of course it is.
How many times do we have people come in here and cover up couples tattoos? If we were we talk about banning ink and shit like this and Europe and what if they do it? How about we just ban doing couples tattoos?
And I
Unless
think
you've been married for 10 years
there's
or more.
There's a difference between a couple's tattoo and a tattoo that goes together. So me and you had matching tattoos.
We had typo negative, but that would be cool either way.
Right. So that's okay. But a couple's tattoo, I think more of a heart with an initial, a heart with a name, or a
How about
name, or an
this?
initial, or their eyes, or something that fully pertains to that person that you're going to regret later in your life.
We had an artist at the shop do a portrait on a man of a mermaid or some fucking thing, but with the likeness of his wife.
Oh no.
Guess what? That bitch is ugly as fuck. That portrait is terrible. When it was being done, it was didn't go well. And now he's got this brutal version of his wife on his arm and it's just like nobody's touching that. I'll talk about it here, but like nobody wants to say it. The artist wasn't happy with it. I don't know if the client, like, it was a really dark vibe over there.
Right. It's like
and portraits can just go wrong.
It reminds me of the one day that there's a gentleman that came in and he was like, "Hey, how comfortable are you with portraits?" And I'm like, I mean, if it's not supposed to look exactly like your loved one's likeness, cool, let me add it. Because I'm okay at, like, doing, like, neo-trad-y faces and stuff. But, like, if you want it to look like that person, don't get me
Don't
to do
get
it.
anyone to do it.
Well, you really look for your artist.
Well, like, okay, you go to someone who does portraits every day.
Like Ash would do it.
Pay someone.
And it would look
I
gorgeous.
wouldn't even put that on her right now. No. And she is doing them every day.
It would look gorgeous. But yeah.
But that's not the point. It's like, why take the risk, right?
Right.
Just do a portrait of a lady. Do I just have to have your fucking wife's features?
I don't know. I don't know why they do that. It's just crazy to me.
Does she have your balls in her purse while this is happening? And then I knew that this was in here. This isn't accidental. I wanted to leave this for the end here because fixed. I absolutely agree. It's fixed.
And
Look,
they can't saturate.
they fucking... No, they did the cover up, bro. This is covered.
Bro.
This is fucking covered. What more do you want? The only thing they need to do now is, well, you know what? Actually, I would probably leave that fucking lining on the eagle's face, that blurry gray shit. Kind of looks like he has a face tattoo.
Or feathers or something.
No, it's fucking badass. The eagle's hard.
God, this is so bad.
This eagle is hard. I bet you, like, see, this is what I was saying. And the reason why I wanted to leave this, because I wanted to come back to this at the end and be like, you know what? The customer seen the outline, and they came back for the color.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't get it done that day.
It's just crazy to me.
They came back the next time because they liked what he'd done.
But what do you do?
They went home, they looked at the eagle, and they were like, my back looks awesome.
Right.
This is fucking great. I can't wait to finish this. I love it. It's fucking... This is one of the best tattoos I've seen in a while. Because it's terrible, but it kind of did the trick.
Super cringe.
And guarantee you, this is a old school tattooer that did this, that's been doing this for a long time. I would put money down that this is not a new tattooer, because the ink, the way that it looks like in the skin, has that like early 90s feel to it.
It definitely
like
does.
That this guy is using what he used back then, right? He's loyal to it. He's not going to change, and this is a tough tattoo. Someone paid good money for this, guaranteed.
Yeah.